Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. And alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. And checking out some numbers for Jimmy Butler.
And he's got it going at the foul line these days. His free throw percentage looks a lot different in the last 10 games than it did earlier in the season. He's keeping with a few things and really improved his form.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Jason Tatum is out there with Vucevic, and it's Pritchard in at the point. And for the Warriors, backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. The forward spots will be Butler and Green, and it's Porzingis in at center. And like everyone else, GA, I'm looking forward to the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, we have a pair of the best centers in the NBA. Points in the paint will be a key number tonight.
And that one's good by Butler.
He may not take a lot of threes, but we know Butler is more than capable of knocking them down.
Now Pritchard. Wide, a screen on Curry. Here's Pritchard. Porzingis with the rebound. Butler dishes to Curry. Shoots from the elbow. Butler, no good. Curry against Pritchard. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Wide, a screen on Curry. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Boston shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And the first one at the line is good. All free throws good from Pritchard. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player. And the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance. But threes are still their best bet.
Here's Tatum following the basket by Stephen Curry. Over in the corner, White. Shot from the wing, and it goes down 2 points. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
I was able to talk with the head coach of the Warriors for a minute. I asked about an approach to Jason Tatum. The coach told me that Tatum is just about as good as anyone at countering plans. So he just asked his players to play to their strengths, saying if they need to make switches, that's almost a better option because the more looks we throw him, the less he can consistently play the same way. Kevin, back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
And it's Podziemski in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Celtics have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Vucevic setting the big for Brown. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And that's good decision-making by Brown in the pick and roll. He'll make the right read more often than not.
To Porzingis. Golden State moving it around. Green against Tatum.
2 minutes remaining.
5 to shoot. Green drives in, and it's the jam.
And I love the physicality Draymond puts behind this drive. Get in his way at your own risk.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Al Horford is checked in for the Warriors. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Brandon Bajemski. Then for the Celtics, Sam Hauser's checked in for Derek White. And it's Gonzalez in for Pritchard. .157 left to play here in the first. Outside Tatum. Vucevic setting the pick for Tatum. His three-pointers off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
It's hard to figure, right? Here's a guy pushing 40 years of age. Al Horford looks as good as ever.
Oh, he sure does, Kevin. He reminds me of me and you. Guys that just seem to be a lot younger than they really are. And Al's still getting it done every single night in this league. It's a testament to his discipline and his professionalism.
So it's the Warriors now after the basket by Boston. Green kicks to Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Hands it from downtown. Curry's got 5.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And the Warriors with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Green. Moody's subbed in for Curry. 52 seconds left in the first. Vucevic a screen on Melton. Gonzalez. Warriors with the rebound. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, you got to think Coach will show this one as an example of what not to do. You got to take care of the ball.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brown outside. Horford with the rebound. Warriors leading by 7. Here's Moody, and the slam by Moody.
And Butler is someone any coach would love to have. You see why with passes like these.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Wow! Huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Warriors lead by 6. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
So, Stan, let me pose this question. What do you think is the most important thing to stress in youth basketball?
I think there's 2 things, Kevin, that need to be stressed in youth basketball. The first one is love the game. Make it enjoyable for guys because, look, if kids love it and enjoy it, they'll keep playing it, they'll keep practicing it, and they'll get better. And then the second thing that goes along with that is the fundamentals. You can never do too much work on footwork, ball handling, and things like that.
On the floor for Boston, they've got Sam Hauser. And it's Shireman in at the 2 spot. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks. The Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "What we're watching with Steph is one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him?" That's where we are. Kevin?
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, we thank you very much. Here's Pritchard following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Little turnaround. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Out left to the wing. Here's Porzingis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Porzingis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
See, given how tall Porzingis is, not many guys are going to block his shot, especially when he's this close.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Celtics making a change here. And with plenty of games still ahead, here's a quick rundown of the power rankings thus far. Taking a look at Golden State, they've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
Seeing where the Celtics are, they're happy with their ranking. Also, they understand what needs to be done to climb. Plenty of time with half the season remaining.
Pritchard with the ball. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of that.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You take a look at the Warriors. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far.
And for the Warriors, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
Well, sometimes those teams that are on the edge can be the most dangerous. They play like they have something to prove.
Stephen Curry's checked in for DeAnthony Melton. Pritchard gets the bucket.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
Warriors leading by 4. It's Curry outside. Not this time. His first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Curry against Pritchard. Wide, a screen on Curry. And he drives in. Basket good. Now just a 2-point Warrior lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Curry wide open. And again, it's the Warriors missing. So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That moment now to see the numbers for Jaylen Brown.
How's the last month of basketball been for him? And he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage, really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. And the Warriors making a change here. Moody's checked in. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. Payne comes in for Pritchard. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. The Celtics making a switch here. Lars is checked in. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. Number 1, the Celtics.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
.129 left now here in the second. Pass to Podziemski. Lots of room. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Good on the shot.
Well, you know, White is quietly one of the league's most effective finishers on the drive.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Now here's Tatum. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
Solid from three. Tatum is not shy about firing away.
Here's Butler. They lead by one. And it's Horford with the extra effort.
Look, when you don't put a body on him, he makes things happen.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. They set the pick. Brown outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Golden State's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Here's Curry. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Curry's got 7.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And that'll do it for the first half of competitive games so far. Warriors ahead. They're up by 2. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Thank you. Well, Coach Kerr, what did you like about the way your guys have started this game off?
Well, I like the way we defended without fouling so we could get our flow. And guys just came in and made some big ones, and our offense got going.
The defense was disciplined. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Allie. And folks, don't go away. Halftime is here, and we'll be right back with you after this break.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings.
Well, looking at the Warriors, they're holding steady near the top of the rankings. Definitely one of the better teams here at the midway point.
In position to make some noise come playoff time. We'll see. And now let's talk Golden State. They're in an even matchup through one half of play.
You see their intent right away, Shaq. I mean, finding high percentage shots, that's great. Right now, that's their advantage.
Yeah, they've established a strong foundation offensively, and they're building on that. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jimmy Butler, he's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And so it's Boston with it. A 2-point game. The forward spots will be Butler and Green. Backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Warriors shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want, when they want it. Curry against Pritchard with the shot. The shot by Curry, no good. And for the Celtics, they're shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Well, Draymond Green is getting serious in the weight room. He said, one thing I learned is you have to lift weights. I was always naturally strong, so I was like, what do I need to lift for? These guys can't move me right now. But your body needs to be able to withstand the pounding of a long season. Guys?
Okay, Allie, we thank you. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Well, this is what you love to see. Porzingis attacking the rim.
Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Misses the three.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Pass to Curry. Launches a three. Curry making it look so easy.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Green. His last 10 games and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And yeah, he's been a brutal shot blocker all season long. As you said, top 5 in the league. He's a dangerous force to face inside. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Pritchard. Tatum with a screen on Curry. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Clock at 4. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Boston. Advantage in 1 series.
And, you know, for Boston, they're in good shape in the standings with the postseason on the horizon. Maybe a notch below where we thought they'd be.
Yeah, and it's time for them to change their mindset a little bit. Start showing a little more urgency and get some momentum going before it gets too late in the season.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. A lot of time, games are decided at the line. So let's check out the NBA leaders in that category. Number 1, Stephen Curry.
And you simply got to avoid sending him to the line. Absolutely no one has better form from the stripe than he does.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Outside Butler. Here's Podziemski, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old-school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. The guy is all about wins.
Here's Porzingis after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Curry with the bucket.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Celtics trail by 5. Outside Tatum. Brown sets a screen for Tatum. Lets the 3 fly from anywhere, anytime. Tatum.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
1:16 left in the third quarter. Here's Pritchard. He's defended by Podziemski. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Now here's White. Pass to Pritchard. White a screen. Wide open look. And he hits the jumper for 2. White's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Trailing by 4. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles, taking on the Lakers. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Vucevic setting the pick for White. And it's he nails the buzzer beater.
and that's a monster shot to close out the third. And the lead is theirs heading into the final quarter.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Celtics lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. On the floor for Boston, the wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then there's Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Boston's gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. To the inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Queta's got the lead up to 3 now for Boston.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now here's Butler. Here's Melton. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
To the paint, here's Queta. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Brown, and finished off by Brown.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
And if you're going to pull away, now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong.
Here's Melton after the basket by Boston. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle them up right away. And the Warriors with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Horford. Green comes in for Moses Moody. And Stephen Curry subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Here's Brown. Brown gets it done inside.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Green outside. Here's Curry for 3. Vucevic pulls it down. Now Pritchard lets it go. And he connects on the short J.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Curry. And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things.
Green with a screen on Pritchard. Curry, the long shot, no good.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Tatum setting the pick for Brown. Here's Tatum beyond the arc. No good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The crossover, and that's in there. Excellent awareness.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
Celtics leading by 7. Now White. Driving in, and the shot will go down.
Well, for obvious reasons, this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in White running the pick and roll.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Pritchard against Curry. Porzingis with a screen on Pritchard. Can't get it.
In the second half, it seems like they've given him the green light. Might want to rethink that.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's White. Butler with the rebound. Now Porzingis. And he banks the layup in.
Well, that's a smart play. Taking advantage of the mismatch in close.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
First team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Peyton Pritchard. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so he drops them both. It's a 9-point ball game here. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Brown.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Pritchard with the ball, guarded by Curry. Book it!
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Rebounded by Tatum. And it's the Celtics ball. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
Here's Pritchard. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Peyton Pritchard.
PlayStation